In 2016, I was on a tour with my band Cutlass, and we were in, I play guitar in Cutlass. Woo! And we did a tour in Ukraine, and so on the tour we were there for about 2 months, and about a month in, I started getting really, really bad back pain. I was like, man, this is terrible. And you're on a tour, you're playing shows every night, so there's no breaks really. So it was getting so bad that we were traveling with a dentist in the area. Oh, that was a cool sound. And I was like, man, my back is killing me. And he's like, you know what? I know a doctor. I'm like, you do? He's like, yeah, I'll take you to him. So one day before a show, I think it was on a Sunday, he's like, okay, I was in the bus, he's like, okay, your ride is here. And a car pulls up with a person that I don't know, and he's like, all right, get in the car. Okay, so I get in the car with this random stranger, and he's gonna take you to the pharmacy and then to the doctor's house, because it's a Sunday, so he's obviously not at the hospital, he's at home. So I get in with this stranger, and he drives like a crazy person. We go to the pharmacy, he orders some stuff, I don't know what it is. We drive to the doctor's house, we go to his house, we knock on the door, we go in, and it's funny because, you know, he speaks a little bit of English, but he points to like a little card on his wall, and it's like a little certificate that basically says like doctor on it. He's like, so there you go, I'm a doctor. At that point, I was in so much pain, I was like, whatever dude, it's good. And so we go into his like back room, study area, and he closes the door, and he's like, okay, he's like, take your pants off. And I was like, oh, no, you misheard, it's my back. It's up in this area, up here. And he's like, yeah, take your pants off. I'm like, dude. So I do it, and then he's like, all right, lean on the couch. This is like, I'm gonna be in the news or something. And he gives me a shot of, to this day, I don't know what it is at all. But I'll tell you what, I played a great show, and it felt awesome for like the rest of the tour. I'm guessing it was some sort of painkiller, but that tour was that was such a weird part of the tour, but what was really cool is when we went back to playing shows, you know, playing in Ukraine, they didn't have freedom of religion, so they couldn't practice in public, and until the 90s. So when we got there, we were actually invited by the government because they wanted Christian influence. They saw it as a positive thing, and we would play these free outdoor concerts like in the city square. We played in the capital of Kiev. There was like thousands of people there, and our vocalist John Micah would, every single show he gives a gospel presentation. Whether if we run out of time, we'll cut a song. Like we never cut the gospel presentation, and it was really cool because he's doing it, and I realized it clicks that a lot of these people here are actually hearing the gospel in public for the first time, maybe ever. And it kind of blew my mind a little bit because they even warned me. They're like, when you get back to America, you know, it's gonna be different, you know, because in America we just, you know, we have a lot of Christian culture. We have Christian food. We have Chick-fil-A. We have Christian knickknacks, Hobby Lobby. We have Christian television, Christian festivals, and they don't have that. And it was such a good experience for me because I become desensitized to the gospel, because we're in America. I could say Jesus right now and no one's going to arrest me, probably. But that wasn't always the case. And that's that whole story to basically communicate to you guys out here as an encouragement is, don't let yourself get desensitized to the gospel. Don't let it become like just another message, or you know, don't let it become just another day that you get to live in a country that you can actually freely practice your Christianity. Please don't take that for granted, because I've been in places where they just that's so precious to them because they didn't have it. And so that's my encouragement. Take that home with you. don't become desensitized to the gospel, and don't be afraid to share with people just because you think maybe we're an American, everyone's heard it. We may have heard it, but like some people haven't heard it, you know what I'm saying? They've heard Christian culture, but maybe they've never heard about Jesus, because sometimes there's a difference. So anyways, all that to say, thank you guys. We love you so much for coming out to this, and thank you, Angie, for letting me be a part of it, and thank you guys for listening, and let's get ready to rock with Ashes Remain.